Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone. It's great to be here with you. Today, I want to have a chat about a topic that really moves me, and, I believe, all of us. Psychological and spiritual maturity. It's not academic talk. No, it's real life stuff. From our daily lives, our pains, joys, and challenges. You know, when we feel kind of stuck, repeating the same mistakes, carrying old grudges, or feeling a bit lost. Yeah, ... Everyone goes through this. And it's precisely in these moments that we need to stop, take a deep breath, and ask ourselves, what can I learn from all this? How can I grow? Today, I want to invite you to look inside, without fear, without shame, because nobody here is perfect. We're in this journey together, each with our stumbles, but everyone wanting to be better, right? First thing. Maturity isn't being a saint. It's not never making mistakes. It's being aware of who we are, knowing our limitations, but not settling for them. It's looking inside, seeing our flaws, but also valuing our qualities. A mature person isn't someone who never gets irritated, never makes mistakes, but rather someone who learns from each situation, who seeks to improve, who doesn't blame others all the time. It's someone who tries to be more patient, more understanding. Even when everything seems to fall apart, we don't grow by pretending we feel nothing. We have to face emotions, understand where certain fears and certain hurts come from. Sometimes we need help. Yes, from a psychologist, from a friend, from an honest conversation. There's no shame in that. Self-knowledge is the first step to truly change. Maturity is built day by day in the small things. Patience, gratitude, charity, perseverance, ... It's not just when we do something grand. It's in saying good morning to the doorman, in forgiving someone who messed up, in being kind to someone who's difficult to deal with. It's in these details that we grow. Forgiving yourself is difficult, isn't it? We demand a lot from ourselves, blame ourselves, carry unnecessary weight. But look, Jesus always spoke of new beginnings, of second chances. We are not our mistakes, we are what we do with them. Let's leave the past behind and move forward, always learning. Nobody grows alone. Family, friends, work, colleagues, everyone helps us know ourselves better. Sometimes it's that difficult person who teaches us the most. Value your relationships, learn from them, even in conflicts. Taking care of your mind is also taking care of your spirit. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, talking, seeking a professional. This is a sign of maturity, not weakness. Those who are maturing don't live just for themselves. We begin to realize that we can make a difference in someone else's life, even if it's just with a smile, a kind word, a gesture of affection. The world needs this. Everyone goes through crisis, through difficulty. It's not punishment. It's an opportunity to grow. Each challenge is an invitation for us to overcome ourselves, to become a better version of ourselves. Don't run from problems. Face them head on. You're stronger than you imagine. The gospel is our life manual. Everything we need to mature is there. Love, forgive, serve, start over. It's not just for reading, it's for living day by day. In the end, maturity is discovering that we're here to learn to love, to evolve, to be useful. It's not about accumulating things. It's about growing inside. People, maturing is a journey, not a destination. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. Ask yourself, what seed am I planting today? Don't get comfortable. Don't give up on yourself. God believes in you, and so do I. Let's go together, each doing their best, helping whoever is beside us, seeking to be a little better than yesterday. Let's dive deeper into each of these themes, bringing stories, examples, reflections, and practical exercises, so that this conversation becomes truly transformative. Let's start talking about self. I want to propose an exercise for you. Close your eyes for a moment and try to remember a recent situation where you lost your head, got irritated, or felt hurt. What led you to react that way? Was it something the person said? Was it how you were feeling that day? Or was it something from the past that still hurts? Often, our reaction doesn't have so much to do with the other person, but with what we carry inside us. That's why self-knowledge is so important. It's the starting point for any real change. I remember a story I heard once about a lady who always fought with her daughter. They loved each other, but lived at war. One day, the mother decided to seek help and started therapy. She discovered that many of the fights weren't about her daughter, but about insecurities and hurts she carried from her own childhood. When she began to understand herself, their relationship changed completely. How beautiful. Sometimes we need courage to look inside and ask for help, but it's worth it. Now, let's talk about patience. Who here has never lost patience in traffic, in the bank line, or even at home with a family member? Patience is one of the most difficult virtues to practice, but also one of the most transformative. When we learn to wait, to breathe deeply, to not react on impulse, everything changes. Life becomes lighter, relationships improve, and we feel more at peace. I want to propose another exercise. Next time you feel patience slipping away, stop, breathe deeply, and count to 10 before responding. It seems simple, but it makes a huge difference. And if it doesn't work the first time, try again. The important thing is not to give up. Let's also talk about gratitude. We live in a world that values what's missing, what didn't work out, what others have and we don't. But when we start looking at everything we've achieved, everything good in our lives, our hearts fill with gratitude and life gains new meaning. How about starting a gratitude journal? Every day, before sleeping, write 3 things you're grateful for. It can be something simple. A good coffee, a hug, a message of affection. Over time, you'll notice how this changes your outlook on life. Now, let's talk about forgiveness. Forgiving isn't forgetting. It's not pretending nothing happened. Forgiving is freeing the other person and, mainly, freeing yourself. Holding grudges is like taking poison, hoping the other person gets sick. The one who suffers is us. So, if there's someone you still can't forgive, start slowly. Pray for that person, wish them well, ask God to soften your heart. Forgiveness is a process. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's liberating and about serving others. Sometimes we think we can only help if we do something big, but that's not how it is. A smile, a kind word, an attentive ear can already change someone's day. If everyone does a little bit, the world improves a lot. Try practicing 1 act of kindness per day without expecting anything in return. You'll see how good this feels, not just for those who receive, but especially for those who give. Let's also talk about mental health. There's still a lot of prejudice, but taking care of your mind is as important as taking care of your body. If you feel you're not well, that you can't handle your emotions alone, seek help. Don't be ashamed. This is a sign of courage and maturity. And remember, nobody needs to carry the world on their shoulders. Now, I want to talk about crisis. There are times when everything seems to go wrong, when life turns upside down. In these times, we ask ourselves, why me? But if we look calmly, we'll see that often the greatest lessons come precisely from difficult moments. It's in crises that we discover strengths we didn't know we had, that we learn to value what really matters. that we truly mature. I want to tell a real story. I met a young man who lost his job and, for a while, felt very bad, thinking it was the end of the world. But over time, he began to see that as an opportunity. He took courses, learned new things, and ended up changing fields, finding a profession he truly loved. Today, he says that crisis was the best thing that happened in his life. Sometimes we only understand later, looking back. And the gospel is our guide, our life manual. It's not meant to stay on the shelf gathering dust. It's meant to be lived. Jesus taught us to love, to forgive, to serve, to start over as many times as necessary. He never promised a life without problems, but he promised to be by our side at all times. When we put the gospel into practice, everything changes. It's not easy, but it's possible, one step at a time. I want to propose another exercise. Choose one of Jesus' teachings to practice during the week. It could be forgiveness, patience, charity, love for others. Write it on paper, put it somewhere visible, and every day, remember to practice. At the end of the week, see how you feel. Now, let's talk about purpose. Everyone wants to know, why am I here? What's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to grow, to learn to love, to be useful. It's not about accumulating things. It's about growing inside, evolving as a human being and as a spirit. When we discover this, everything gains more meaning. I want you to think, what truly makes you happy? What makes your heart beat faster? What do you do that makes a difference in someone's life? Sometimes purpose is in the small things, in how you treat people, in the care with which you do your work, in the attention you give to those who need it. Discover what moves you and put it at the service of good. Now, I want to open for questions, for us to exchange experiences, tell stories, learn from each other. Everyone has something to teach and to learn. Don't be ashamed to share, to ask for help, to say what you feel. Together, we are stronger. Let's take a break for meditation. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, feel God's presence. Be grateful for everything you have. Ask for strength to overcome challenges, wisdom to learn from difficulties, and courage to move forward. Feel God's love surrounding you, strengthening you, guiding you. After this break, let's continue talking about relationships. How is your relationship with your family, with your friends, with your work colleagues? Sometimes an honest conversation resolves years of hurt. Don't wait for the other person to take the first step. Be the agent of change. Apologize, forgive, start over. Relationships are built with dialogue, respect, patience, and love. Let's also talk about self-esteem. Value yourself. Recognize your qualities, celebrate your achievements, however small they may be. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has their time, their path, their struggles. You are unique, have immense value, are God's beloved child. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Now, I want to propose a challenge. During the next few days, choose one of your qualities to develop even more. It could be patience, generosity, courage, joy. Focus on this, look for opportunities to practice, and then share your experience with someone. Growth is continuous. It never ends. Let's talk about spirituality in practice. It's not just praying, going to church, reading books. It's living what you learn. It's putting teachings into practice. It's seeking to be better every day. Spirituality is action. It's transformation. It's commitment to good. I also want to remind you of the importance of silence. Sometimes we talk too much and listen too little. Silence is a great teacher. It helps us hear God's voice, understand our feelings, find answers, set aside time to be in silence, to meditate, to connect with what's essential, and to close. I want each person here to make a commitment to themselves. Seek to be a little better each day. Don't give up in the face of difficulties. Help those beside you. Spread love, peace, and hope wherever you go. The world needs people like this, and you can be that person. People maturing is a long journey, full of challenges, but also many joys. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, to start over, to ask for help. God is with you at all times, rooting for your growth, believing in your potential. Thank you so much for being here, for listening with open hearts, for sharing your stories, your dreams, your pains, and your achievements. May Jesus bless each of you. May your journey be full of light, learning, and love. And remember, together we are stronger. Together we go further. Until next time.